It is 10 o'clock and good evening. I'm Cordell Wright. Feeding South Dakota recently went on a trip to Washington, D.C. to meet with the office of Senator Thune and Representative Johnson. Parker Brown tells us why in our top story tonight.
Our nation's capital has been busy with recent discussions on the debt ceiling, the farm bill that's up for renewal, and so much more. Feeding South Dakota says that nutrition programs are, quote, on the table for potential cuts amidst the conversation. Because of this, they sent representatives to plead with South Dakota's members of Congress to keep funding for their programs.
It was really important that we had the opportunity to get in front of our national delegation and talk about the trends that we're seeing here in South Dakota and why we really hope we don't see cuts to some of the nutrition programs. That funding is really important to the work that we do.
They also say that if cuts are made, it would happen at the worst time possible. Feeding South Dakota has seen a 22% increase in people utilizing their mobile food distributions alone.
There's a lot of contributing factors to that. Inflation is likely a big piece of that. There's also been an end to pandemic era benefits. When we start looking at needing to cut places of funding nationally and when that nutrition assistance program is at the top of the list, that's likely an indicator that individuals are going to need to utilize our services more.
Those same factors also have a large effect on Feeding South Dakota's ability to bring in food, which is why they're hoping that their conversations in Washington will impact decisions made in the coming weeks.
We're struggling as well. The donated food items we're receiving on a large scale have been lower over the past 12 months, and so we have been turning to purchased food product, which has been a budget impact for us. So we can just sort of forecast and see that if these changes are made, it's likely to just kind of create this perfect storm.
Feeding South Dakota expects an even greater need going into summer months.
There are thousands of children across South Dakota who have relied on free or reduced breakfast or lunch at school that are now going to be home for the summer and may not have access to that. Not having access can be really detrimental for children in the summer months. It's 90 days of wondering where their next meal will come from.
In Sioux Falls, Parker Brown, Dakota News Now.